Hi everybody, our lesson today is solve equations with fractions. If we have equation like 4 over 7 m equals 10, how we can solve this equation? Every time we said the main goal here in equation is isolate the variable. How we can isolate the variable m? We do the inverse operation. What is the operation between 4 over 7 and m? The operation here is multiplication. And the inverse of multiplication is division. Every time the inverse of multiplication is division. Now we can say we'll divide both sides by 4 over 7. We will write 4 over 7 m divided by 4 over 7 equals also 10 divided by 4 over 7. We divide both sides, the left side and the right side. If you divide any number by itself, goes together gives me 1. The remainder here is m from this side. Now here, every time we said if we are dividing by a fraction, we can change division to become a multiplication and flip the fraction. 7 over 4. The first number or the dividend stays the same. Now we can make it in simplest form. Look here, the 10 is over 1. Now we can simplify. Here, divide by 2, the answer is 2. Divide by 2, the answer is 5. Now we have 5 multiplied by 7. Now m equals 5 times 7, 35 over 2. Hi everybody, our lesson today is solve equations with fractions. If we have equation like 4 over 7 m equals 10, how we can solve this equation? Every time we said the main goal here in equation is isolate the variable. How we can isolate the variable m? We do the inverse operation. What is the operation between 4 over 7 and m? The operation here is multiplication. And the inverse of multiplication is division. Every time the inverse of multiplication is division. Now we can say we'll divide both sides by 4 over 7. We will write 4 over 7 m divided by 4 over 7 equals also 10 divided by 4 over 7. We divide both sides, the left side and the right side. If you divide any number by itself, goes together gives me 1. The remainder here is m from this side. Now here, every time we said if we are dividing by a fraction, we can change division to become a multiplication and flip the fraction. 7 over 4. The first number or the dividend stays the same. Now we can make it in simplest form. Look here, the 10 is over 1. Now we can simplify. Here, divide by 2, the answer is 2. Divide by 2, the answer is 5. Now we have 5 multiplied by 7. Now m equals 5 times 7, 35 over 2. 35 over 2. 35 divided by 2, the answer is 17, and remainder 1 over 2. This is the answer, the final answer. If I want to check my answer is right or wrong, I will take 17 and a half and write it instead of m. We can check the answer. I will say 4, I will write 4 over 7 multiplied by the value of m, 17 and a half. 4 over 7 multiplied by the value 17 and a half. We can take it as a fraction directly, 35 over 2, to make it easier. Look here, divided by 7, the answer is 1. Divided by 7, the answer is 5. Now 4 times 5 equals 20 over 1 times 2 equals 2. The answer is 10. The same answer here? Yes. Now my answer is right. If we have another question here, p plus 3 over 4 equal 1.5. Here the inverse, I will do also the inverse operation. It's addition. Addition means what? Do the inverse subtraction. I will subtract the 3 over 4 from both sides. P plus 3 over 4 minus 3 over 4 equals, we subtract here, and also we'll subtract from the other side, minus 3 over 4. These two goes together. Now from the first side we have only p equals, I will subtract here, but I can't subtract because the two denominators are different. I will make them the same. We said before, to add or subtract, you have a simple tips here. Like what? If the bigger denominator is divisible by the smallest denominator, we can take the bigger denominator as a new denominator. Here we'll take 4, and here still 4. And the whole number stay the same. 2 change to become 4 by multiplying by 2. We multiply the upper number also by 2. 1 times 2, the answer is 2. Here, 4 stays 4, 3 stays 3. Now we can subtract, but look here, we have a small problem here. Here, 2 minus 3, it can't be. We will borrow 1 from the whole number. The whole number changed to become 0. Now, what about the one that we borrow? We have to multiply first, then plus. This is the way if we borrow a whole number to make it as a fraction. The same way if you changed from a mixed number to a fraction. Now 1 times 4, the answer is 4, plus 2, it's 6. 6 over 4, and here the whole number 0, we don't write 0 here, minus 3 over 4. Yes, 6 minus 3, the answer is 3. The denominator stays the same, 4. Now this is the value of p. Now if we have 9 equal to 3 over 8y, we set the operation between this number, this is fraction 3 over 8, and y, it's multiplication. Every time if there is a number, then variable, and there is no sign between them, it's multiplication. Now, to solve this kind of equation, we said we will do the inverse operation. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. This means I will divide both sides by 3 over 8. It will become 9 divided by 3 over 8. And from the previous questions, we find that every time we rub this number, we cancel it by another way, move 3 over 8 to the other side using division. It's easier. Now we move this fraction to the other side using division, and here stays y. To divide, change division to become multiplication. The first number stays the same, or the dividend stays the same, and the second number flip, 8 over 3. It will become 8 over 3 equals y. Here we can simplify. Here we know this 9 is over 1, and both number here I can divide both of them by 3. 3 divided by 3, the answer is 1. 9 divided by 3, the answer is 3. Now we can find the answer. 3 multiplied by 8, the answer is 24. 1 multiply 1 is 7. We don't write over 1. Now the question is finished. What about the other one? We have 7 over 10 equals x minus 3. We said we will move this number to the other side using the inverse operation. It was subtraction, I will make it addition. Now I have 7 over 10 plus 3 over 5. At the other side we have x. We said before, if the bigger denominator is divisible by the smallest denominator, we can take the bigger as a new denominator. Here 10 divided 5, the answer is 2. The answer is whole number. Yes, Now I can take 10 as the new denominator. Here 10 stays 10, 7 stays 7. Here 5 change to become 10. We multiply by 2, and here also multiply by 2. 3 times 2, the answer is 6. All of this is equal x. Now I can add 7 plus 6, the answer is 13 over 10. The other side stays the same, x. But 13 divided by 10, the answer is 1, and remainder 3 over 10. Now the value of x is 1 and 3 over 10. Now with this question here, every time if you find a fraction, then a letter, or then a variable, this means multiplication, we have to move it to the other side using division. We said this before, but here we can save some time here. If it was a fraction, then multiply by a variable equal a number, you can move this fraction to the other side using multiplication, but don't forget flip. Now the answer will become u, stay at this side, here 7 and half, multiply by, instead of 5 over 7 over 12, it will become 12 over 5. To multiply, we have to change the mixed number to become improper fraction. 7 multiplied by 2, the answer is 14. 14 plus 1, the answer is 15. Denominator stays 2. Multiply by 12 over 5. From here we can simplify. We said before, every time we can simplify. Here, divide by 5 and divide by 5. Divide 5, the answer is 1. Divide 5, the answer is 3. Divide by 2, the answer is 1. Divide by 2, the answer is 6. Now the answer is 3 times 6 is 18. Now u equals 18. It's finished. The other, here we have the same way. We have a fraction, then variable equal mixed number. We can move the fraction to the other side using multiplication, but don't forget what? Flip. Don't forget. Now from this side, b equals 7 and third multiply by 6 over 5, not 5 over 6. Don't forget, change it to multiplication and division. Now b equals, we said here, if we have a mixed number multiplied by another fraction, we can change the mixed number to become an improper fraction. 7 multiplied by 3, the answer is 21. 21 plus 1, 22. Multiply by 6 over 5. From here we can divide by 3, the answer is 1. Divide by 3, the answer is 2. But here I can't divide both of them by the same number. Now 22 multiplied by 2, the answer is 44. Over 1 times 5, the answer is 5. Now we can change this improper fraction to become a mixed number. 44 divided by 5, the answer is 8. But we still have a remainder here, 4 over 5. Now we can move to another part here. We have a mixed number multiplied by a variable, then equal a mixed number. The same way, here we have fraction or mixed number. We can move it to the other side using multiplication, but don't forget to flip. Yes, this way is right, but you have to change this first to become improper fraction. Now we can change it to become improper fraction. 2 multiplied by 3, the answer is 6. 6 plus 2, the answer is 8 over 3x equals 2 and 8 over 9. Now we can move 8 over 3 to the other side using multiplication. X equal 2 and 8 over 9 multiplied by 3 over 8. But this is a mixed number. We have to change to become an improper fraction. 2 multiplied by 9 is 18, then plus 8 it's 26, 26 over 9, then multiply by 3 over 8. We can simplify here, divide by 3, the answer is 3, divide by 3, the answer is 1. Here we can divide by 2, the answer is 4, divide by 2, the answer is 13. Now we have 13 multiply 1, the answer is 13, over 3 times 4, 12. 13 divided by 12 equals 1, but still 1 as a remainder. Now this is the answer, this is x equal. Now we have x equals 1 and 1 over 12. For another one, here we have story problem. At the story problem here, he gave us a figure. He said Hugo is painting a rectangular mural on a wall. The area and height for mural are shown at the right. Write and solve an equation to find length of the mural. First, this is the length. We don't know. We can give it a name x or L as you wish. Here we can give it the name L. Why? Because we need L at the areas rule. First, he is talking about the area of a rectangle. We know from before area of a rectangle equals length times width. Here the length we don't know, stay L. The width we know it's 3 multiplied by 3 and 3 over 4. And the area it's what? 12. Now we can solve this equation. Here we use multiplication. Every time it was multiplication, we can move it to the other side using division. It will become 12 divided by 3 and 3 over 4 equals what? Equals L, length. Now here to divide, we said we have to change this mixed number to become an improper fraction. 3 multiplied by 4, the answer is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15 over 4. Here is division, stay the same. Now we said if it was division by fraction, you can change this division to become multiplication, but flip the fraction. The dividend stays the same. Now we can simplify. This is over 1. Okay, here we can divide by 3, the answer is 5. Divide by 3, the answer is 4. Now we have 4 times 4, the answer is 16 over 5. 16 divided by 5, the answer is 3, and the remainder is 1 over 5. This means here the length of the rectangle is 3 and 1 over 5, and the question is finished. Thank you for listening.